Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to your D&D Land of the Lustrous. Tonight we're on episode 4. Sorry, I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Bad sneeze timing. Anyways, episode 4. What happened on episode 3? A great question. Real quick, comments, boom. I'm not gonna lie, I'm about to binge the junk, the gem out of this show. So this will maybe be the last comments. We'll see, though. We'll see. We'll figure it out. This little bit here is the main thing I wanted to talk about. I mean, this is funny. Polygonal, because I said the word polygot. A little funny little thing. I killed the fly. I'm cracked, true, and real. Appreciate all the positive stuff. Something about the manga. Ooh, something spooky. Bet. Okay. Yeah. There was some juice in here in this paragraph that I wanted to hit real quick. Then we're gonna do a little scroll through. Then we're gonna watch the episode, and then we're gonna continue to be Pog. So, what is going on here? I wanted to reiterate this bit here because I, not gonna lie, completely forgot some of the, this specific age things. So, Cinnabar is as old as Diamond, and Foss turned 300 a few days ago, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna take that as roughly true. I'm gonna trust your remember correctly because it's better than my remember correctly, honestly. So, it's just crazy to me that turning 300 a few days ago also means you're one of the youngest ones, right? That puts the whole scale of things together a lot better. I mean, it's like, kind of reminds me of fantasy elves, you know? Where like for fantasy, because I'm thinking Foss, right? Foss is, how do I explain it? Like a child, you know? The way she's just interacting, she's like a little kid, like naive and a fool and high energy and all that kind of nonsense. And I love her for it, right? But she's also like 300-ish, perhaps. Something like that, right? She's really old. I mean, all of them are really old. So it reminds me of kind of like elves, because elves, in some of the, I'm thinking D&D, right? D&D elves, it takes a couple hundred years before they'll look like adults, but they'll still be seen as kids because it takes a few hundred years for them to actually be kids or whatever. Depends on your setting, but that kind of idea of really, really long-living creatures, they spend the first, dozens or even low hundreds amount of years as a child or whatever, just because that's how they work. That's just kind of how their life is segmented. It's just kind of that same idea. I don't know. Kind of cool. And yeah, it really does also make all the trauma, right? All the, especially with Cinnabar, because she's got all the Mercury stuff going on. It makes all that, sting so much worse, because it's not that she's been dealing with that, for, the better part of a year, which is enough to drive, a human kind of, into, a rut or whatever. She's been dealing with this for who knows how many hundred years. So, I mean, how do you even begin to parse through hundreds of years of isolation? I mean, I don't know. It's up to Foss to really figure that one out. Figure that one out, you know? And I really like this line here of something along the lines of, if we're both useless and you feel like you deserve to be taken away, what will that mean for me? I mean, that's just bars, right? For the whole Foss and Cinnabar thing. Because, yeah, so that's what Cinnabar was talking about, how she wants to be taken by the moon. Which is, this, it's a pretty depressing thing that she feels so isolated and let go of by her people, her gym people, that she's beginning to fantasize, or has been fantasizing for who knows how long, about being taken by their enemy, just because at least the enemy will see some value in me. I mean, what? Yeah, that's just super sad. Can't even imagine. Very true. And then they both see themselves in each other, which makes them simultaneously desperate to and terrified of reaching out to each other. I mean, true. I just like the way it's worded, man. Reminds me of Hedgehog's Dilemma, Neon Genesis. True and real. The Diamond Bortz thing is really cool as well. Seeing Diamond as envious of Bortz, totally agree with that. And then this bit here I thought was interesting. I suppose someone zen as Kongo Sensei wouldn't really have felt such a thing either, so how could he teach his gyms to be wary of such vices and sins? I honestly don't trust that Kongo's been teaching people very much. I feel like Kongo is just kind of watching. I feel like he's more of an observer that comes in whenever they get overpowered, as opposed to, overpowered by the enemy, right? Overpowered by the Lunarians, as opposed to, an active teacher. I can't really tell, though. We haven't seen very much of him. But, he's just big snoozing while Foss is getting digested in a snail. You know? So that's not exactly a huge vote of confidence for me. Yeah. I don't know. But it is an interesting point. And then this last thing about how Diamond getting to be the one to save Foss was probably a really big deal to Diamond, considering that she's always kind of living in Bortz's shadow. So for her to actually be able to save Foss, and then she goes to Bort when it was nighttime or whatever, and Bort kind of just gives her a nod and is accepting of it. Yeah, I mean, that probably was massive. So yeah, very cool. Sure hate the idea of being tortured for eternity as an immortal being. Oh boy. Hey Helio. Hey Helio. How long has Helio been captured for? Do we know that? Also, yeah, the music in this scene was really, really pog. Let me pull up the... Oh, it's telling me to sign in. Okay. Close, ignore. Oh, that's my channel. Okay, let's just open up the episode 3. Okay. My little fossilite. Fossilite. Yes. Let me real quick pull up my note-taking device. Let's see. Lunarians, Helio, Cinnabar, Rutile, the Six Moons, the Shooting Stars, all sorts of stuff. The Slug, right. So our current thing is Foss can speak to the Slug. She's now a Slug communicator. The Slug, I kind of feel like the Slug is going to be an ally. Because think about how the Slug was acting beforehand. It was, like, it had the giant shell on. It was angry. It was eating people. It was lashing out. I don't know if it was angry or if it was just self-defense. But it was, you know, it was aggressive, right? It was clearly aggressive. But post saltwater and getting like dealt with, it's now this little yippy dog, right? So perhaps the Lunarians did something to the Schlug to make the Schlug get like all pissy and aggressive, and then sent the Slug in. So now that Foss can communicate with the Schlug, perhaps we can like get a little bit of insight into why this guy was even sent here. Because I mean, the Slug eats Foss, its shell changes color, then what? Like, I don't... It's not like it tried to escape immediately afterwards. It didn't seem like it had like a level of intelligence that it was working for the Lunarians. Maybe. I mean, it's kind of hypothetical, but, you know, I feel like it was more of like an experiment for the Lunarians' part, and maybe the Schlug didn't even want to do it really, but was just kind of like an abused animal lashing out kind of thing. Anyways, Foss is going to be the one to uncover all that. So her being able to speak to the Slug, I think, is going to be like a key there. Still, like, my absolute favorite thing that Foss wakes up after, I mean, she was melted and then chipped out of a snail's shell, right? Which was, like, terrifying for me, the audience. But they're all chill with it because that's just how their existence goes. First thing she does, immediately tries to throw hands with the snail. Like, what a... And then they do the little bow thing. Oh my, it's so sweet. She taught the Slug to say, I'm sorry. That's my favorite little thing. And Foss is just like a little, like... I don't even know how to describe Foss. She's so funny. She's just like a tantrum child, but I love her for it. The way she squares up, like she's trying to fight it. Like, Foss, calm down. We need you to be the negotiator between Jim and Slug kind. Oh, man. The Mercury butterfly, man. I'm not thinking about that Mercury butterfly all again. Just because now we know with the whole Cinnabar's leaking Mercury thing, now that that's been super clarified, that Mercury butterfly that we saw in episode 1 was definitely just, like, what happens to nature around her. We've also seen, like, the trails that, like, her Mercury is left behind in the environment. Like the dead grass and such. I don't know, man. It just got me thinking. Yeah, the butterfly there, and then the Mercury, like, pouring on the flowers. Oh, the visuals, man. I love those visuals. And then what are those, butterfly wings? Like, what does the butterfly mean? These look like butterfly wings. It could be like shells or something, I don't know, man. Who even is Helio? I want to meet Helio, man. Okay. I kind of want to just watch the episode. Oh, is that wrong of me? Is that wrong of me? No. I think it's right of me to want to watch the episode. So yeah, episode 4. If you can't tell, I've been drinking Dr. Pepper, and we're drinking some more. Yeah, Paul. Hope you have something to drink as well. You know, get yourself ready. You know, episode 4, exciting. Also, there's like, okay, I'm gonna break the fourth wall a little bit or whatever, right? The whole reaction format. There's mad construction that's been happening and like outside of my, like literally, like I see the trucks and they got their lights on. I pray to any deity that'll listen that the mic won't pick it up, but if it does, then just GG at this point, you know? It's like, I don't know what's wrong with them starting construction at like 6 in the morning, but like, can we like calm down? I don't know, man. So I'm gonna pray that they either don't start construction or you can't hear it. but I wanted to watch the show, so we're taking the plunge together, okay? We're taking the plunge together. Okay, episode 4, enough of that nonsense. Yeah, let's get this going in 3, 2, 1. Bang! Oh yeah, the Lunarians. What are they bowing to Congo? Why are they doing that? A dream. That was reckless. What is he talking about? Congo's the enemy. I don't mess with Congo. I know it's a bit of a leap. But just you can't have a dream about the enemies praying to you and you're a religious figure and the Lunarians kind of seem like somewhat religious and expect me to trust you, right? Man, Foss is adorable looking to me. I love her. She's literally a dog. I was also thinking the other day, like, what if... Could we mix gyms? It's kind of a crack idea, but, like... What if you just, like, got, like... You chipped a piece off of Foss and just tried to attach it to another gym? Like, could you make, like, a gym combination monstrosity? I don't know. Like an organ transplant, kind of, right? But with rocks. I'm excited. Why am I so excited to watch this show right now? I'm actually feeling it. That's crazy. I'm just ready for this, like, crazy... I feel like it's going to be, like, an ethereal nightmare. An ethereal nightmare for Foss awaits her. And I don't know what those words mean, but those are the soul, flesh, and bone. That's good. It's the title of the episode. I don't know what those words mean, ethereal nightmare, but I feel like that's where we're going. True. Jade. Jade's kind of my favorite. Other than Foss and Cinnabar and Diamond. I tried. Jade broke her arm trying to punch you awake, my guy. Foss is talking with the snail. Oh, she is talking with the snail right now. Foss, are you good? Ventriculus. Venturi. Oh! Good. Just save it! Save it! Foss! That's murder! Okay, it's climbing back up. Why are you being so mean to it? To Venturi. You were hunted down by the Lunarians. Okay, so you were... Yeah. An enemy of my enemy is my friend. Exactly. That's crazy. So you're like a different version of the gym people, kinda. You were hunted for your shells, you know? And fattened. They're materialism up there. Mental issues should be checked out ASAP. Good line. Aw, you looked tasty, Foss. Aw, Diamond. I love this snail. Hey, you said it, not me, brother. Yeah? I was about to say Cinnabar, but he already knows Cinnabar and Bort. Wait, yeah, when did you meet? Oh, no, you did. Diamond did that. Aw, Foss. Now you know that Cinnabar was there for you. How's it make you feel, Foss? She did. Aw. The desire to be taken. Aww. I believe in you. Yeah? No, no, no. You're crazy. Rutile, calm down. Yeah, good move, good move. Okay, yes, yes. Thank you. Oh! Oh no, is it gonna land on someone? Yeah, okay, that's good. No, Rutile, you little rat. She's gonna die. She's gonna die here. Why can't I eat you? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay, no, be honest, Foss. Look at it, it's trying to fight. It's trying to fight her. Oh, it loves him. He's trying to kiss him. Foss, you have a unique benefit. Oh, good, 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 good. Aww. Oh, was it? She can't touch the flower because she'll ruin it. She needs something to take her mind. Oh, all her flowers died. Yeah. We are too complex to be satisfied with merely living. That's a good line. Okay, nah, I appreciate Sensei. He's actually teaching. Him being asleep during the raid got me a little messed up, but nah, he's actually teaching, and he wanted to be awake. He was just deep in some sort of vision or something, right? That dream. So I'm good with him. Yeah, what about your snail lands? Yeah, your snail lands. What? Hey, 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 hey! Stop being mean. Oh, another gym? Aquamarine? Yeah, let's go meet them. Because they were formed at the bottom of the sea, right? So that makes sense. Ventricus. Ventricusis. Ventry. I'm calling him Ventry. Rutile. Tetragonal. A 6. What's up? So you don't lose your powdered finish. They got that upkeep. Oh wow, you're just like... $2,173? I wonder what went wrong that Helio even got captured. I mean, if they're coming that often, then it must be super rare for one of them to get got. True. did Foss yoink it? Red barrel? Oh, you're covering up? Wait, you actually... Oh, that's cute. Stronger version of our uniforms? Ah, 101... Okay. Gotta keep yourself busy somehow. Well, maybe it's... I mean, yeah, you don't want to be... But, I don't know. I'm worried she's gonna get... Whoa. Yoink. I'm worried she's gonna get got by Lunarians if she tries to go alone, which is the slug. Oh, okay. Looks like it's not happening. That bow. Are you okay? Are you sick? Oh no, you're hungry. You're not a photosynthesizer. I wonder if you're faking it so that you force her to go to the ocean, or if this is legit. Kind of feels legit. Oh, you care. Goofy. Wow. But if you're immortal, then what meaning is there to your life, right? If you say that, but... The Foss's colors... Like on my boy here, on my sluggy, was a good visual. I really appreciated that. Is she gonna disobey Master's orders. Or are you just saying goodbye? Aww. Are you actually going? That's a terrifying thought. Oh, don't even do this to me. Like an idiot. Whoa, whoa. You're the king? Why are you so beautiful? Oh my goodness, and you have honkers, man. That's what I'm saying. Oh my goodness. Man, the Lunarians turned them into giant gross slugs? When they actually are supposed to look like this? That's crazy. Yeah, you do. Way more like... Oh my goodness, gravy. Those water jugs. Yeah, what are the point of those, man? Yeah? Okay, you know what, facts. Okay, Aw. Yeah, great question. Let's toss it. There we go. By creatures called humans? Oh, I know those. I understand that word. Tell me about them. Waiting for the 5th time. They took to the sea. Oh, wow, really? What are you doing to this flower? Okay. 3 evolutions of human. Oh, this is so sick. The Admirabilis. Admirabilis. Your flesh. Yeah, I mean, bone in the, like, the hard gym would kind of make some sense. But what's soul then? The Lunarians? The Lunarians? It's now set to seek out the flesh and bones to bring about a revival. Yeah, okay. Whoa, okay. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. The soul. I am so into that. The flesh and the bone. The flesh has already been largely taken, too. Most of the flesh have been taken. Yeah, like, what does that tell us about the human? If the soul is the Lunarians, which are kind of, like, been seen as the evil thing. Did Foss put a fake her under the sheets? Oh, you little fossilite. You little devil, you. What is it, a bag of flour? Like, what is it? It's just tied up. Wow. A tri-split soul. Or human, I mean. You gonna lay down on the bowl? Oh, good night. Good night, Foss. Tell me. Huh? Did you betray? Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Did you make a deal with them? This is what I was worried about. I can't believe you. How could you do this? Diamond. Oh, but it's an entire day's travel. There's no way. Oh, you horrible monster. How could you? How could you? How could you do that? Oh, you little... I hate the slug. That's insane to me. Okay. Wow, okay. Flesh, bone, and soul. That's so good. I love that so much. I don't even know what to do with it yet. But I just love that idea. That it's like the slug people. I'll go through and get their actual names in a little bit. The slug people, the gyms, and the Lunarians are 3 parts of what used to be the human, and the human evolved into 3 directions. I mean, that's just a sick idea, right? And didn't I say, like, the Lunarians were the ascended humans? I mean, I was kind of right. If the myth is correct, if the myth is correct. But the gyms are also ascended humans, and so are the slugs, in a sense. Which is just bars. I just love that, right? Okay. I like it. Man, but what does that say about the human soul, right? Like, if we're saying that the Lunarians are the human soul, then, like, what is the human soul is engorging the flesh, right? Because, like, think about it. The flesh is being taken, right? And then, like, force-fed to being stupid, to the point of being stupid, right? Losing their intelligence. As like a materialist thing or something, right? So like the soul, a little gym booty. The soul is like what does it mean of the soul if it's engorging the flesh and turning the bones into jewelry, right? Like it's so materialist and like unsatiated, like ever hungry. Like that's crazy to me. How could you do this to me, slug? How could you do this to me? My little slug. Dang, this... Okay, but when the 6th came... I want to read a little bit more of this again. Until our planet waned for the 5th time, these creatures endured, living on the land. But when the 6th came, they took to the sea, and so were split into soul, flesh, and bone. I feel like I'm reading this out of, like an ancient tablet. You know? Which is so cool. It's so, like, spiritual. And like, the music. Oh. I love this show. This show's gonna be so good. This show's gonna be a banger. What was that line, Foss? Tell me about it. How did they live after being broken in? No, okay, so they evolved in 3 separate ways. Yeah. Do I even care about getting the proper name of this hoe? The like the Oswan, the Oshwe. Okay, found it. I can't believe you did that to me. You're gonna betray Foss like that after spitting all these bars. I mean, like, at least it's for your love, but like, what happened to us working together against the Lunarians? You know, like, that just is crazy to me. Slug people, flesh. Okay. I can't believe that. But yeah, it's really, for them to all be like semi-human then is really interesting to me as well. Like for them to all look human, that like really ties together the all human thing. I love that. They struck a deal. So you lied. So she lied that there was another gym down here to lure Foss down here so that she could trade Foss to the Lunarians for her beloved. That's crazy to me. And she already got her legs broken too, so it's already over. She's not going to be able to escape. And now her legs are scattered at the bottom of the ocean, man. And no one's going to know where to find her because she just walked away, you know? Like, I mean, I guess they could see the Lunarians going in, but it really comes down to the time frame. Like, how long it was before Diamond realized that Foss was gone. Okay, I'm writing this down. Crazy names. Like, Aqualitus. Did she say? I think she said it, dude. I am not going to try to find the right pronunciation in there. Aqualitus. I'm just going to say that because I like that. Man, Foss, you got so hoed. You got so unlucky to be the one to talk to this slug. I liked you so much, Slug. What's wrong with you, man? No wonder she was the slug was trying to mate with Sensei too, because it's actually like flesh, and she said they reproduce and they're animals and they die, and all that. And her like desire to return home, that was all just a lie, so that she could work with the Lunarians. That's probably what she. Okay, so she was sent down here, maybe even stupefied, but with the objective to get Foss for the Lunarians. Maybe that's the only instruction she had in return for her beloved. But is the soul really going to let go of Aqualitus? You know, are the Lunarians really going to let go of that? Like who's to say that they honor their word? Oh, Foss, I can't believe you've already gotten hoed for this fast. I love Foss. This is so bad. Also kind of fun that we saw that they cared about nudity. It's not like that important, but like I think I have this girl's name. Yeah, Euc, E-U-C. I think it's like Euclite or something. I just have E-U-C on my notes. Euc here, like obviously just kind of chilling because she's waiting to get like polished or whatever. But then when Red Barrel shows up, which she's adorable, she covers up with the cloak, right? So they actually do care about like being properly outfitted. And then for Red Barrel to like be working on such a micro adjustment, like, oh, I'm adjusting the color by 1/100th, you know, that just shows that they're keeping themselves occupied because they've been alive for hundreds of years. And so it's just like, that's just the project. Let me change the outfit into the same thing again, and I'm gonna, you know, slightly adjust it over and over. Man, Cinnabar. I love you, Cinnabar. For all the plants to die. But the child is far too kind and far too wise to simply sit by idly. I mean, that's a bar. Far too kind. Like, she wanted to have worth, and she's too smart to just sit and wait. So she picks up an empty task, which then isolates herself from everyone, and has driven herself mad with it. You little monster. I love the snail. Man, but it's interesting because the flesh is reshaped when it's away from its homeland, right? And it's reshaped by the Lunarians when they're engorged and fed to, which, I mean, the engorging of the flesh, obviously, I'm thinking like engorging of the body, like gluttony, that kind of aspect. and then the bones are fashioned into jewelry. So it's like you're like it's like the soul desires to engage in and engorge the flesh, right? Engorge in those desires, and then like turn their own body, which is the bone, into vanity, right? Like that is just such an interesting way to like condemn the soul, to like say that, like, because the show I feel like is kind of saying like the soul's kind of effed up, right? Like the evolution of the human soul has reached a point of being kind of evil, or being like, you know, just what we've seen, the actions we've seen the Lunarians take have not been very positive, right? And so to have them be like a thing of the soul, I really like, because it puts a really interesting dialogue on the soul, like on human nature. Man, and I loved the slug too. Chock full of cuties. I'm saying it. I'm saying it. It's true. Foss, get your booty down. You're sticking your booty up way too much, Foss. My little Foss lost a light. Yeah, and you're a little manipulative too. You're bringing up Cinnabar. I don't trust a word. I think a lot of it was genuine, but like, that just sucks so bad. Do I even care about getting your name? I don't even know what's going on. I guess this guy is like, is he bone? I mean, surely he's still bone. He's like the femur, man. He's the femur, rock solid and carrying all the weight. But the Lunarians are like in awe of the strength of the bone or something. I don't even know what's going on. The music's crazy though. Music's got me feeling some kind of way. Man, this next episode's about to be heat. I'm going to watch it right away, by the way. So I'm not going to be looking at comments next episode, just FYI. Still, definitely comment. If you have something to say, I'm still going to read them. I'm just not going to open them in the episode. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not seeing its name, though, the slug's name. Man, okay. Back in my homeland. We didn't even get to see your homeland. There wasn't another gym. You're a little rat. This scene, though, I want to rewatch real quick. The discussion of death. Man, and Foss has such a low, like, self-value. I mean, I think this is probably somewhat genuine. It could be manipulation to try to get Foss to take her somewhere else. Because, I mean, it is kind of realistic that, like, she's outside of her homeland. And, man, and the atmosphere change as Foss, like, mutters her name because she thinks that the king is, like, dying. That was, like, really, that was kind of touching to me. This entire scene was really touching to me. I got a left field. Because it's just the naivety of it, right? Because, like, I'm a human. I think about death, right? I'm sure I assume you're also a human. I assume you've also thought about death. So to hear, like, an immortal being just, like, make these guesses and be like, oh, like, what's it like being tired or being lazy? And it's just like, how do you even explain to them what death is? How do you even begin to explain it? And then, of course, for the slug here, for the member of the Admirabilius, or I don't know, for King here, I'll just call you King because I forgot the little nickname I gave you. For King here, it's like what she says about death, I feel like it's just projection of her not being with her brother Aquilitus or whatever, right? Because she was saying, like, it's like you never get to say hello to them again and all that. So she's, like, projecting, I think, her worries of not being able to be with her brother. So it's like a hostage situation thing, probably. Like, I don't know. I understand, like, family comes first, you know, your people come first, so you sacrifice Foss to do what you have to do to, like, save the person you want to help. But, I mean, you're really going to trust the Lunarian's word on it? And you're going to sacrifice this person? Like, what if, I don't know, I just feel like there was hope there. There was hope. But it's desperation. Like, it's understandable, but it's just, yeah. And then that line, like, whoever dies is still out there, even if you can't see them, right? I mean, that just is like the afterlife, right? Like, she's, you know, like, that's the hope, and that's what a lot of people hope. And then this shot where you see Foss's colors, like the sun is going through Foss's gym hair, you know, onto Schlug here. That was really good to me. Yeah. And then that line, they won't know who they are anymore. That kind of like, you know, they don't know who they are anymore. Because for the context of Slug here, it's their people were engorged to the point of losing themselves and losing their intelligence, right? And so I'm sure, like, she's thinking of a time that she was calling out to maybe her brother Aquilitus, right? But Aquilitus was just this fat slug eating moon nutrients, sipping on the sweet nectar of the moon or whatever, and just completely unaware. And I mean, like, imagine how like horrible that would be, like having somebody you care about, but there's so many layers beneath like the fat and the gluttony of the flesh that the soul has imposed that they don't even know themselves. I mean, that's just like such a horrible thought. But then death gives meaning to life itself. Like, I sure hope so, but what does that mean to an immortal, right? What does that mean to someone like Foss who, like, does it mean she lacks meaning in her life because she won't ever die? So they can just sit around and make micro adjustments to their outfits forever? They can, you know, increase their encyclopedias and do what? And, you know, Cinnabar can wander around alone forever? Like, maybe, like, how much does death really give the meaning to an immortal being? Because I like the sentiment that death gives meaning because, you know, that's like the fire that alights the soul or whatever. Like, I'm here for that, but I don't know. I feel like whenever I use the phrase death gives life meaning, it's always copium. Like, I would rather be immortal. Not like immortal to the point of like, well, I don't know. I say like I'd rather be immortal, and then it's like, okay, let me get made into jewelry and like tortured for eternity. Like, okay, well, I'd rather not be immortal in that way. But I wish I had a longer. I wish I had an infinite lifespan, and then I get to choose when to die. I guess I want the escape hatch. So maybe death. Yeah. Okay. Maybe it's not copium. I don't know. I could go into an entire thing there, but it kind of gets away from the show a little bit. At the moment, the show might talk about this some more, in which case I'll continue to elucidate, but I don't know. It's just like, I guess my micro take would be like I can kind of understand and feel that sensation that like the impending death on the horizon, even because I'm thinking of a hypothetical, right? And it's a hypothetical I thought about before. Another show has brought it up. I won't bring up that show, but it's like an immortal being versus an immortal being, but then they have the choice to die, right? And so how does having the choice to die change the immortal being's life? Because they can hypothetically never choose to die and be truly immortal, but having that escape hatch, does that like fundamentally change what it is for them to be alive? And in my kind of hypothetical, I would say yes, because knowing that you can choose to die, but despite that you continue to live, is like incredibly powerful. I feel like that's super life affirming, as opposed to, well, I'm alive and I just have no choice but I'm alive. Like having the option to die, I think gives a lot of power to life. And that I guess you could say is death, right? But my problem with death as a human being that has that, you know, come in one day, I'm going to be dead one day, kind of sucks. I don't like that I don't get the choice, you know? I wish I had the power to choose. But for someone like the Gyms here, right, for like Foss and co., what, they just never die? You know, I mean, that's the idea. And that's terrifying. That's really scary. But yeah, maybe it's not that bad of a thing. I don't know. It's definitely sad. But it's like there's an acceptance there. Now, I was not lying when I said there was one like you down under the sea. I mean, maybe she was kind of saying it was herself, but... Like, you're a little rat. Like, you're lying to me right now. Like, sure, it's semi-true, but you're manipulating me, man. And you're adorable and I care for you, so how could you? That's just crazy to me. Especially because Foss said, like, and I care about you too, you know? Right here. She's just so desperate to have meaning, you know? That she's willing to disobey Master and go down into the ocean with a slug. So desperate for purpose. Does this being... Wait, hey, does this being that looks like me experience death? It's like, oh, what's up? You little rat. That little line, you're important to me too. Like, this is so genuine. So the betrayal stings so hard. That's just horrible. You little rat. You little rat. I can't believe that. I'm not gonna lie, the show is shaping up. The show is really doing it for me. But yeah, I think that's all I really got for this episode. Episode 4 of Land of the Lustrous. On to the next episode 5. I'm gonna watch it right away, but you won't. Omega lol, unless it's already out, in which case you can just click that. But yeah, that's all I really got for this episode. On to the next episode 5. Should be exciting. Of course, if you like the video, subscribe if you're new. It really does help me out. Keeps me motivated to pump these hoes out. And yeah, that's all I really got for this episode. I'll be seeing you on the next one.